Yeah. Let's go.
It's stadium seats, so what does that mean? That mean it's Frizz, Gemz, and Tay, and we hot in the scene. Every platform possible, you know it's the team. To emails, the airways, down we counting the streams, it's love. To all the sports fans that's rocking the building. And when we turn, please admit that you're craving the feeling. Frizz and Gemz, please believe. You know how we rock, right? Tay with the red bottoms, now she's taking the spotlight. Frizz, let's make sure we get that #1 spot tight. Cause when we rock right, we do tours, take top flights, the tailgate crazy. The fans, they amaze me. Salute to all the fans that have been rocking with us lately. Love.
Yeah.
Stadium seats.
And now, introducing your Stadium Seats podcast crew from Pittsburgh, PA. Stand up, Frizz Nation, Frizz. Also hailing from Pittsburgh, PA, that dude with the smooth groove, Gemz. Finally, the red bottom queen from Brownsville, Texas, Tays. Stadium Seats. We here. Let's go. Stadium Seats. Frizz, Gemz, and Tay.
What's up? What's up?
Love.
What's going down, y'all?
You always crack me up, James, because we're always so hyped up, and there's like a little bit of silence, and then we hear love.
It's all about being. Hey, Tay, it's all about being focused.
I thought it was all about being smooth with the groove.
That too. What's going on?
What's going on,
What's
y'all?
going on? It's Monday night.
Real
It
quick.
is.
The chase for 1,200 is now over.
Nice.
Yes, we've surpassed that. Please tell me we've surpassed
We're
that.
going to the chase for 1,300 Twitter followers.
It doesn't end.
We also have hit over 200 downloads for this month. That is a milestone for Stadium Seats.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And it's all because of the fans' favorite host.
Frizz. Also,
You know.
ladies and gentlemen, we have our first ever contest t-shirt winner.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
He goes by @Tyler Strasser. He won a contest that I threw up on Twitter. How many how many total touchdowns will be scored in the first half of that game in the Green Bay San Fran game? So shout out to him. You, sir, Tyler, are an official Stadium Seats citizen now.
Shout out, Tyler. And what was the winning answer? Was it 3 or 4?
He won it with 3.
3.
And also, real quick, we did have another winner. Okay. It is Double Nickel. Okay. @JB__nickel. So we got 2 T's going out this week
What's up, Double Nickel?
to our fans. Shout out to them.
Let's just say dime. It's not the same, right? Double nickel and a dime.
No, I like Double Nickel. That's good. That's what's up. She also threw her 2 cents in on an idea.
Her
And
double
then
nickels.
we took it for Tays Take tonight that you're going to hear it.
That's right. It's a very, very, very interesting story. So can't wait to talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So anything, guys, before we begin?
Well,
You know, well,
No,
go.
you go. Go.
Go ahead, Tay. Me?
Yeah, go.
Sure?
Let's go.
Yes, so I was in the shop again, hanging out. And so I thought I'd bring this discussion up with you guys with Stadium Seats because I know we're all movie buffs here. We like to go to the movies. Big fan of the big screens, box office stuff here. So if someone asked you who is your favorite actor / actress, who you going with?
That's tough. That's kind of broad for me.
Yeah, it's broad, but just off the top, I mean, there's so many great actors and actresses out there, but just off the top of my head, just if somebody, slaps the question on me, I really, really, really like Octavia Spencer. She plays her role no matter what it is. She's had serious roles, she's had funny roles, she's had, she just does so many movies.
I don't know who that is.
Octavia Spencer from The Help.
Uh,
The lady that did Ma.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh man, I never seen that.
You saw Ma?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that lady that poisons or gives those kids alcohol. That's Octavia Spencer. So she's done several characters in different genres of movie, and she's been in comedy, she's been in suspense, she's been in drama, she's been in action. She kills every one of those characters. So I'm gonna say, shout out Octavia Spencer.
Okay. Is it my turn or what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Actor. I like Denzel Washington.
Oh, he's a good one.
I like watching a lot of his movies, especially his movies and all his action movies. Obviously, I like that. I just like him. Training Day, one of my favorites. And actress, I don't know. I don't like. Maybe currently, I don't know her name. She's kind of funny. She was on like Girls Trip.
Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah, Tiffany Haddish. I like her.
She's really funny. I like her.
I don't know.
She keeps it real.
And honorable mention, I like Kevin Hart too. So
he's a good one.
So those are mine. Those are mine, Gemz.
What do you got, Gemz?
Yeah. Well, I got the same one as Frizz. I'm just a big Denzel Washington fan. He's just the man. But an actress, I'm gonna go with Meryl Streep.
She's awesome.
I like her. I like her work. Yeah, she's a legend. So I just thought I'd bring that up because that's one of the topics we were all talking about. It was a highly debatable topic there. Who's the best? So thought I'd get y'all's input on that. But
we'd like to kick it off a little bit different before we get into the sports talk. It's all good.
Mm-hmm. Keeping it real.
So let's get into the sports talk now.
Let's do it.
Before we start, AFC game recap. Chiefs Titans. Hit us up at Seat Stadium on our Twitter. StadiumSeatsPodcast@gmail.com. Email us questions. Okay. And find us on all major platforms. iHeart, Spotify, all those. Apple Podcasts, Castbox, everything. We're on it all. Find us. Find our show. So what do we got, Tay?
Well, we got the Titans that fell to the Kansas City Chiefs this past Sunday. So we got a lot of talk, some interesting topics to talk about. And I want to say for our little playoff, what is this called?
The contest?
Playoff contest picks. Frizz, you're in the lead with 6 wins.
Whoa!
I'm in second with 4 wins. All right, yay me. And Gemz, you're there with 3 wins.
We'll give them a cheer.
We're all winners. But let's talk a little bit about the Titans in Kansas City. Gemz, you took the Titans and they took a loss. What do you think was their biggest downfall? What was one of the major roles that didn't pull them up ahead?
Yeah, so in the beginning of the game, it started off good. They were up 10-0 in the first quarter. I thought they were just going to keep building. They were putting points on the board. They scored another touchdown, and I think one of the main factors of why they lost the game, I would say there's a couple of them, but the main one was I don't want to blame him. Ryan Tannehill, I thought he played a solid game, but there was a couple throws that, he needed to make. Even though they were tight windows, I thought he should have executed and made those throws. His stat line was 21-31 with 209, and his QBR was only at 74. They were keying up on Derrick Henry, which was obvious. He had 19 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown. He could do all he could do with that. So that opened up a lot. Like they were keying on Derrick Henry. So I just thought that one of the key factors was, with Ryan Tannehill not making those big throws coming off of play action. I think in the beginning, I think he missed a tight end on a bomb on a great play action play that was called by the offensive coordinator, and he just missed the mark on him. There's been several throws with that. Plus their defense, the Chiefs just wore them down. They have a Pro Bowl type offense, with the caliber of receivers that they got on the offensive side. And, the Titans defense just ran out of gas. So I think those were the key factors in why.
Yeah, they had a good start. And for a while there, I kind of thought like, oh my God, they might take it. But, they just couldn't go, till the end of the game. But how about you, Frizz? What do you think? What's your take on what was the biggest factor that pulled the Kansas City Chiefs up ahead?
Pat Mahomes. I think they won this game because of him and because of the offense. I definitely think, like I said before, they're high-powered. They score quickly. They were down early. When it was 17-7, I was kind of concerned that Kansas City wasn't going to pull out this win. But, Pat Mahomes, he threw for almost 300 yards. He was 23 for 35, 3 TDs. The deep ball killed Tennessee. They couldn't cover. They couldn't cover Watkins, who led the team in receiving. They couldn't cover Hill. It's the deep ball. And that's what I'm very interested to see, if San Fran can defend the deep ball here. And also a big key is they shut down Derrick Henry. I know he only had 19 carries for 69 yards, but they were down in this ball game kind of in the third quarter, so they weren't able to stick to their run game. And they had to say, hey, Tennessee, beat us with your passing game. And obviously they're just not there yet. And the defense for Kansas City stepped up finally after not being able to make plays when they needed to win the big game. So that is my biggest take, is Pat Mahomes. So I'm very excited to see those two quarterbacks battle it out in Miami.
It's going to be a good one. Definitely one to watch. But let's move on to Green Bay in San Francisco. Frizz, what was you picked San Francisco. You picked the 2 winning teams. Congrats to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Congratulations. But what was the determining factor that got them the win?
Well, I took the 2 best football teams on paper for these games. And I know Gemz went with upsets, and so did you. But I just think that, the biggest thing in this game was the quick start in the rushing game for San Fran. I mean, Garoppolo threw the ball 8 times. Mostert ran for 220, second best ever in the NFL playoff history, right behind, I think, Eric Dickerson. The guy was unstoppable. And what I love about this guy is he played on 6 or 7 teams before he got that start. So all you need is one chance. Now, the biggest thing is the defense for San Fran. And we talked about it early. They shut down Aaron Rodgers. They shut them down. It was a blowout. I mean, it's 37-20. They scored a couple garbage TDs, if you ask me, at the end. But, just the rushing attack in that offensive line of San Fran really controlled that game. So, they took care of business by just running the ball down Green Bay's throat, which didn't have a very good run defense anyway all year. So that was my biggest take on that game.
Nice. What about you, Gemz? What was Green Bay lacking that they could have used?
Well, last show I talked about the trenches. If you like football and you paid attention to the offensive defensive line there, that's going to be the deciding factor, due to the fact that Garoppolo did not even throw the ball at all. I'm not even going to consider him throwing the ball this game. The reason why Green Bay lost is because of they couldn't stop the run. So in the trenches there, San Francisco's offensive line trumped Green Bay's defensive line, and it just steamrolled downhill. So when you get down 17-0 in the first quarter against a stout, stingy defense such as the San Francisco 49ers, it's hard to come back. They're playing the pass. They know what you're going to do. So it's going to be turnovers. It's going to be rush throws. It's going to be sacks. And then, Aaron Rodgers, he's still a bad man, but they're going to have to add more pieces to the offense there for him to get back to that elite level there, because that defense was very stingy.
It really
it was
was.
a blowout first quarter. It was over in the first quarter.
No doubt.
Yeah. Well, and of course, we got the two teams facing each other, not next week, but the following week in the Super Bowl. So,
South Beach.
South Beach here.
Man, I wish
Mangoes,
we could be down there broadcasting.
that would be awesome. That'd be awesome. Maybe they'll invite us.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah. They probably
absolutely. They'd be like, "Who are you?" But
I think we could get a press pass.
That'd be awesome, but not gonna happen. But the party in Miami is gonna be off the chain.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will be
all week, and all the festivities going on, all the press and media days. I mean, that's what the Super Bowl is all about in a way, and all the hype for 2 weeks. You know, we know we got the AFC and NFC Pro Bowl this week, so not too many people watch that. I watch that. I might be the only person in the country that watches it and gets fired up for it.
I don't.
A lot of people watch it. It's fun. I don't think it's really like competitive or anything like that. It's just fun.
No, it's just fun. So we'll see what happens. Let's move on, guys.
Stadium Seats presents Tays Take.
I'm grooving to my intro.
Oh, it's all right.
All right. Today I want to talk a little bit about Katie Sowers, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. She will be the first ever female coach in the Super Bowl. So, shout out. For those of you that don't know, she is an assistant offensive coach with the San Francisco 49ers. She's been in her position since 2017. That's not where she started, actually. She started with the Atlanta Falcons back in 2016. She did play football. She retired in 2016. She played with the Women's Football Alliance.
Nice.
So she has a good background. She knows what she's doing. I just think I'm so hyped up that we are finally having a female coach, official coach, not a trainer, not, one of those water boys, girls type of thing. She's an official assistant coach with the San Francisco 49ers. So first I want to say shout out to the Atlanta Falcons for bringing her on, because they're the ones that brought her on into the NFL first, and then to the San Francisco 49ers. So I'll be looking out for her on the sidelines. I'm going to cheer her on.
That's awesome. Anything to say about that, James?
I think it's a great step forward, and it's going to be a domino effect. And hey, they have great minds as well, and they have knowledge about the game. Hey,
yeah, absolutely,
yeah, absolutely. I hope more teams follow suit with this.
Let's go.
She this is not her first year. I mean, like I said, she's been in there since 2017, and so she will hopefully stay in there. So hopefully other teams will follow suit and get more of the female point of view on their coaching staff.
At JB_Nickel, I appreciate the idea for Tays Take today, because women in sports taking over kind of the Giants coach now for San Fran for baseball. Now this young lady here, we got some in the NBA now. We got some refs going on. I mean, shout out to the women out there. I
think it's awesome. I think it just brings a different perspective to the sports, different sports that are out there, football, baseball, basketball. It's all good.
Diving into professional sports is awesome. Whether you're a male or female, if you know the game, you know the game.
Exactly. And, everybody says, the more eyes that you have in any situation, you can get a different perspective. But when you get like different perspective from a female, sometimes that brings, a little bit more insight from a different angle.
No doubt. Stadium Seats showing love.
Up next on Stadium Seats, that dude with the smooth groove, the watch list, Gemz.
What's up, everybody? This is Gemz with the watch list. Now, let's go to tennis. I'm a huge tennis fan. I like watching tennis. I'm not good at it, but I wish I was good at it.
I did not know you were a tennis fan.
It's a great sport, especially for exercise there. But let's go to the Australian Open. Oh yeah. Big tennis fan. Going back in the days with McEnroe and all those guys. Like I used to watch those guys compete all the time. So I try to follow tennis, and it's a good sport to watch. So let's go to the Australian Open there. So teenager Coco Gauff defeated 7-time Grand Slam champion Venus Williams 7-6 to 6-3 in the first round of the Australian Open on Monday. It was a rematch. The 15-year-old Grand Slam debut in Wimbledon last year. She 15. So right there,
you ain't kidding.
Women's tennis is
that's
looking
what's up,
right? 15. So, and she beat Venus last year at Wimbledon. So this match that was played yesterday, it wasn't a fluke at all. She beat her again, 7-6, 6-3. And this was her first time competing in the main draw in Melbourne. She started off the set capitalizing. She started off early winning, and but she failed to capitalize on her advantage point there. Williams is 24 years senior to Coco. Venus Williams has 85 majors. Okay, so a lot of experience going up with someone who's not really experienced, but you know what? It doesn't matter about the age. It doesn't matter about anything like that. It always matters about the heart and how you're going to come out on top. So shout out to Coco. Golf
that's bad.
15 years of age.
Very impressive.
Awesome.
Good for her. All right, team.
Second year in a row.
Up next on Stadium Seats, quick hits with Frizz. Let's go.
Oh, somebody got their music finally. Yeah, you had
to get your own.
I had to. All right. So now I feel part of the team again. All right. I felt kind of left out before. But hey, my quick hit segment, real quick. I just bust down some stuff that's been going on. Okay. Let's kick it off with the NFL team. The Titans defensive coordinator, Dean Pease, he retires. He's done for the second time. He's calling it quits. I think that loss really took a toll on him. Okay, he's a little older, so he's going to – congratulations, Dean Pease, for a great career. Enjoy your retirement, sir. Okay, UFC action. I watched the fight. I went out, watched the fight, the McGregor fight. Nice. Went to a packed place. It was super crowded. Just standing there. Went out to watch the fight because I didn't want to pay $84 to see it.
For 30 seconds?
Yeah, it was super excited. The fights beforehand were awesome. McGregor knocked out Cowboy Cerrone in about 20 seconds. McGregor is back. I love McGregor, man. He gets me fired up. So shout out to Conor McGregor for winning that one, and he's probably back on the map there. NCAA men's hoops. I'm just going to tell you the top 5 fans. Number 1, surprising Baylor. Can you believe that, Gemz? Yeah. Number 2, Gonzaga. Yeah. Number 3, Kansas. Number 4, San Diego State. And number 5, Florida State. Diving into the NHL. All right. Shout out to Patrick Kane. He got his 1,000th NHL point for the Blackhawks. Pretty big milestone. Wow. Congratulations to you, sir. And the Pittsburgh Penguins. Shout out to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Crosby coming back. had a huge win on Sunday over the Boston Bruins. Playoff type atmosphere there at Pittsburgh. I still like to call it the Igloo, even though it's not now. They are now second in the Metro Division, right behind Washington, chasing down Ovechkin and company. Before my quick hitters go, I'm just going to talk about the WWE, folks. Tay, Gemz, I'm going to talk about the WWE because the Royal Rumble is coming up, and it is sports, and it's sports entertainment.
Yeah.
These athletes are great, and I love wrestling. I'm actually going to be watching Raw as soon as the show's over.
Are you really?
Oh, absolutely. All the time. Just some quick matches coming up in that is obviously the Royal Rumble, but now there's the second year in a row for the Women's Royal Rumble. So there's 30 competitors throwing each other over the top rope. It's kind of awesome. Daniel Bryan's facing The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Becky Lynch is fighting Asuka, and Roman Reigns and Baron Corbin verse each other in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And just so y'all know, stadium seats will be live in attendance at the Royal Rumble in Houston.
How did I know that? Well, that's awesome.
We will be there, and we'll be there in the stands. So I'm super excited. Guys, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Gemz, you go first. Who is your favorite all-time wrestler? All time.
Whoa. Favorite all-time wrestler.
Okay.
All time.
Yeah.
Well, I was a big fan of Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
Ultimate
wow.
Warrior. But you know what? I'm going to go with Bret Hart. I like Bret. I like Bret Hart,
yeah.
and I liked his partner too. And rest in peace to him, Jim Neidhart. I think they were one of the best tag team partners of all time. And when they were wrestling there, just the way the crowd would just get hyped for those two. It was just a sight to see. And I was a big fan of them. So shout out to Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart. But I'll say Bret Hart, because I'm not going to go Hogan. Hogan was one of the greats.
Nice. What about you, Tay?
That's a good pick.
Ultimate Warrior.
I do watch wrestling from time to time. I can't say I watch it religiously like you, but I was a big fan growing up because my dad watched it and he used to take us to wrestling matches. So I'm familiar with all the old school wrestlers, like the Iron Sheik and Kamala.
Dang.
That way back, like way, way back. So one of my favorites has always been, and I actually cried when he passed, is Andre the Giant.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. And I saw his documentary and it's very sad. He was a great wrestler. It's unfortunate that, he was his size because of a medical issue that he had, but he was a great guy. Obviously, I didn't know him, but from watching his documentary, but he was a really good wrestler. So I'm going to go with Andre the Giant.
Nice. Me, on the other hand, I kind of like a few different ones. My favorite wrestlers was DX. Okay. D-Generation X with like Triple H and Badass Billy Gunn and the Road Dogg. And I love those dudes because that was like the Attitude Era. And they would go in the ring and, we got 2 words for you. And I'm not going to say it, and then those were big fans of mine. But, Gemz touched upon the Ultimate Warrior. I wanted to be like him growing up, like how he runs down the ring and jumps in there and shakes the ropes. Heck yeah. I'm taking this new pre-workout now for the gym, and it kind of made me feel like the way it made me feel today, like shaking like that, kind of like him shaking the ropes. So it was pretty awesome. But my favorite solo wrestler of all time is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Number 1, because he likes to drink beer. Okay. And number 2, because he just beats the crap out of everybody and gives everybody the middle finger. And it's just kind of guy, got a personality, I guess. So
those are cool reasons because you drink beer and you beat people up nice.
Well, Well, I don't really beat people up, but
Well, you said those are the two reasons why you like him, because he drinks beer and he beats the crap out of people.
Well, you know.
That's hilarious.
Stadium Seats at Seat Stadium. Find us on Twitter. Okay, hit us up, Spotify, iHeart, all those shows or all those platforms we're on. Before we end, guys, we always like to end with something. Let's dip into.
I have something. Let's dip into a little bit about the Super Bowl, and not so much about the teams, because a lot of people are going to be commenting about them, what's good and what's not, what they need and what they need to work on, and all that stuff. But I want to talk about the halftime show. So apparently they're bringing on the big main people are Jennifer Lopez and Shakira, two of my favorite women. But I also read a report that Gloria Estefan is a little bit upset that they did not think of her and invite her, because she considers herself, and many would agree, and I agree to some degree, that she is one of the founders of that crossover between the Spanish and the English, Spanish to English music and vice versa. She kind of opened it up for the Shakira and J-Lo and whatnot. So what do y'all think about that? Are y'all excited for that? I am.
Take it away, Gemz.
No, she wasn't offered. She was overlooked.
She turned it down, right?
Really?
Like, she was offered.
Yeah.
And then she turned it down. She was never offered. She was overlooked. Okay, so here's my take on that. You got Jennifer Lopez and you have Shakira, correct? Am I right on that?
Sorry.
I don't know who that was.
That was Shakira.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know neither. So basically, Gloria Estefan, she's a legend. She has her, down there in Miami, and what she's done is remarkable, is legendary. But I just think the hot ticket at halftime would be Shakira and would be Jennifer Lopez. I mean, if you think about it, like, the NFL is about what? Ratings, right? And when you talk about the Super Bowl, when you look at business, like, they're just looking at business. Who's going to draw more business when after you're done watching the commercials and the halftime show? That's probably like the most watched thing out of the Super Bowl. So when you got Shakira doing her moves, and then you got J-Lo, who is just remarkable, who does her moves, she does not age at all. Who's going to watch compared to Gloria Estefan? Like, and I'm not discrediting her, because she's a beautiful person as well, and she could draw a lot of ratings and views as well. But putting Shakira and Jennifer Lopez on the same stage on the biggest night, that's good business. Just good business. So if you're thinking that as a business move, then that's good. Now, if you're looking at it as, a morally or, values, then, that's just something different. That's a discussion for another day. But I think just the NFL's, they're just looking at business, big business. So when you got that ticket, Jennifer Lopez and Shakira, can't go wrong with
so
that.
I can check that out on the TV. I'm terrible, I know, but it's funny because, hey, two beautiful women over there.
Might be.
Well, I'm sure they'll be on a delay, like a 3-second delay or something like
Definitely
that.
Terrible.
No, shout out to that. There's going to be some good dance music going on, and I'm sure the people in the crowd are going to have a good time partying in Miami and South Beach.
Mm-hmm. So I know that there will be plenty of good times. I would like to say, Gloria Estefan, echo on what you said. Gemz, she's great. What she has done for the Latin music, the crossover, and female artist is big. She's not to be discredited in any way. However, I kind of agree with you. Her time, she hasn't put out anything new in a while. Her time has passed. It's not so much that she shouldn't be up there. It's just passing on the torch to someone else. And eventually, J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, and Shakira will do the same. their time will come too when they'll have to pass the torch to somebody that's, a bigger moneymaker for the businesses like the NFL and whatnot. However, two beautiful class act women, J-Lo and Shakira, I would not put it past them to secretly invite her up on stage and let her have her 2 minutes of fame. Mm-hmm.
That would be awesome. That'd be awesome if she came out on stage with them two women there. That'd be a legendary show. They would shut down Miami. That would be the top.
I hope so too.
Heck yeah!
For years to come.
Before we end,
if she was on stage with them two, that'd
we'll
be
coming
great.
on this week with our Super Bowl special Stadium Seats preview show. Okay, we're gonna have a whole show geared up for the Super Bowl, from the picks and predictions. We're going to have your favorite Super Bowl foods, what you like to drink. That is going to be a special show for just the Super Bowl this week. And anything else that you guys want to add in that show, we're going to do it. Fans, you're going to chime in too with it. And then that's what we're going to do for.
I want to add, I want to add something. Send us your recipes. Send us your NFL recipes, foods, drinks that you have at your party. I mean, I have my favorites, but I wouldn't mind trying something new. So feel free to send us, email us, tweet us, whatever it is. Send us your Super Bowl foods and drinks.
Yeah. So if you're
send us what's your wardrobe going to be like?
Jersey.
You're in Miami. You're in Miami for the Super Bowl. Like, tell me what you're wearing. Where are you going? Where are you going to hang out at? Where are you going to eat at?
And then we'll have some questions on there.
Let's go.
Also, if your team isn't in it, do you wear your jersey or not? Things like that. So we're going to have a whole show, guys, just geared towards the Super Bowl, since this is the last NFL game of the year in 2 weeks. Kind of sad. But
I'm excited.
We got to move on, and we got basketball coming up, team. So be on the lookout, listeners. Stadium Seats, Frizz, Gemz, and Tay.
Hey.
At Seat Stadium on Twitter. Hit us up.
It's Stadium Seats, so what can I say? It's the end of the show with Gemz, Frizz, and Tay. So tune in the next week, we bringing the heat. And subscribe to the page, we hot in the street at Seat Stadium. The Twitter be that Tay with the topics, she's bringing the facts. With the style so great and the swag so wrong, Stadium Seat Podcast at gmail.com. Love.